Think of it like a batch auction rather than a continuous curve. Here's how you could implement it. During a defined launch window, say 30 minutes or an hour, all buys go through or go into a pool. No one gets tokens immediately. Instead, the allocation engine collects all the hype committed during the window. At the end of the window, the total hype collected determines the market cap and therefore the price. Everyone who participated gets tokens at the same blended price proportional to how much hype they committed. Then, after the allocation window closes, normal bonding curve trading resumes, or the token goes directly to DEX trading. The tiers could work a few ways. Tier one might be a smaller early window with a slight discount, say 5%, to reward early conviction. Tier two is a blended price. Tier two is the main window with the blended price. Tier three might be post allocation curve phase with slightly higher prices. But the key insight is that the spread between tiers is much smaller than the spread on a bonding curve, where the first buyer might get 1,000x cheaper than the last buyer before graduation. The Coinbase connection you're thinking of, you're probably thinking of Coinbase acquisition of EcoPex, a fair launch infrastructure. The broader trend is that the industry is moving towards fair launch mechanisms precisely because raw bonding curves have proven to be sniper friendly and bot dominated. What your community member is describing aligns with that direction. And no, this isn't ICO. ICO implies raising funds for a project with an expectation of future development and returns, exactly what the Howey test does. What you're doing is a fair distribution mechanic for a collectible. The distinction matters. You're not raising capital for an enterprise. You're distributing a meme coin more equitably. The March 17th framework classifies meme coins as digital collectibles, regardless of the distribution mechanism. As long as there's no investment of money in common enterprise with expectation of profit or other from others dynamic. How to implement this on your platform. The smart contract would need two-phase structure. Phase one is the commitment window. Users send hype to the contract during a fixed time period. The contract records each commitment but doesn't distribute tokens yet. Phase two is the allocation and distribution. Once the window closes, the contract calculates the blended price based on the total hype. A few design decisions you need to make. First, you have to cap the commitments. If the commitment window collects more hype than expected, do you return the excess pro rata or do you let the blended price be higher? Pro rata return is fair but more gas intensive. Second, what happens when someone withdraws too short? The legal angle of this from a regulatory, this is actually better than a raw bonding curve. A fair distribution mechanism where everyone gets a similar price looks less like a speculative instrument designed to reward users, which is exactly how the SEC wants meme coins to look. The batch auction model eliminates the snipers get rich, latecomers get rugged dynamic that regulators cite when they talk about the meme coin harm. One thing to watch out for: don't call the tiers investment tiers. Frame it as a blended price as a fair value in a way that implies the token should be worth something. In a way that implies the token. One thing to watch out for: don't call the tiers investment tiers or frame the blended price as a fair value in a way that implies that it'd be worth something. Keep the language consistent. This is a fair distribution mechanism for a digital collectible, full stop. This is generally a strong differentiator. If you could ship multi-tranche blended alongside the AI screening, 9% creator cap, and LP Bird, you'd have the most consumer-friendly meme coin launchpad in the market by a wide margin. The safer launchpad branding becomes even more credible. It's also a much harder product to copy than we just added AI screening because the smart contract mechanics are non-trivial. I talked to your community member more about the specific tier structure they had in mind, prototype it on testnet and run it as a V2 feature. After your initial launch is stable, ship the current bonding curve first. It's proven it works, it's legally clean, then add the blended curve. Yeah, I like this idea, dude. Thank you. Thanks, Fupa. Appreciate you, bro. Enjoy the beach. Thank you, dude. It's a fire idea. V2. V2. I'll try some of everything. Everything that is chill. Like this seems like just straight with the whole like, hey, let's fix this problem. 98%. That's crazy. Things like this will bring it down to instantly, because the bonding curve is allowing people early to win and latecomers to lose. So I like this instrument. So let's go here and say launch. I'm gonna try it one more time, but you have moondev.com/lucky if you want to join that. This is probably gonna take some iteration, but I got to get going, so I'm gonna get goes. I just want to test it one more time. Just one more time. It'd be wild if I launched Pump Fun in 2 days. Pump Fun 2. Screen and deploy. Booba.fun. Are you back live tonight or tomorrow? Who knows, bro? Who knows? I'll be back when I'm back.